The Battle of Assandun was fought between Danish and English armies on 18 October 1016. There is disagreement whether Assandun may be Ashton near Saffron Walden in North Essex or, as long supposed, Ashington near Rochford in southeast Essex, England. It ended in victory for the Danes, led by Canute the Great, who triumphed over the English army led by King Edmund Ironside. The battle was the conclusion to the Danish reconquest of England. The battle is mentioned briefly in Neatlinger Saga, which quotes a verse of skaldic poetry by Ottar Svarti, one of Canute's court poets. King Canute fought the third battle, a major one, against the sons of Ethelred at a place called Ashington, north of the Danes' woods. In the words of Ottar, "At Ashington, you worked well in the shield war, warrior king. Brown was the flesh of bodies served to the blood bird. In the slaughter, you won, sire, with your sword enough of a name there, north of the Danes' woods." During the course of the battle, Eadnoth the Younger, Bishop of Dorchester, was killed by Cnut's men whilst in the act of saying Mass on behalf of Edmund Ironside's men. According to Liber Eliensis, Eadnoth's hand was first cut off for a ring, and then his body cut to pieces. Aftermath. Following his defeat, Edmund was forced to sign a treaty with Canute. By this treaty, all of England except Wessex would be controlled by Canute, and when one of the kings should die, the other would take all of England, that king's son being the heir to the throne. After Edmund's death on the 30th of November, Canute built a church, chapel or holy site after winning the battle to commemorate the soldiers who died in battle. A few years later, in 1020, the completion took place of the memorial church known as Ashington Minster, on the hill next to the presumed site of the battle in Ashington. The church still stands to this day. Canute attended the dedication of Ashington Minster with his bishops and appointed his personal priest, Stigand, to be priest there. The church is now dedicated to St. Andrew but is believed previously to have been dedicated to St. Michael, who was considered a military saint. Churches dedicated to him are frequently located on a hill. Battlefield location. There is another possible location of the battle, Ashton, also in Essex. There have been many finds of Roman and Anglo-Saxon coins in the area. Historians have argued inconclusively over the two sites for years. There is some strong evidence, a couple of Anglo-Saxon wills that definitely show Ashton as the battle site. Also, the 10th century wooden village church, itself possibly built on the site of a pre-Christian temple, was probably rebuilt in stone in the early 11th century, about the right time for Canute's conquest. Unfortunately, little remains of the earlier structures, which were largely obliterated by the construction of the current Church of All Saints during the late 13th to early 15th centuries.